Today we are going to talk about security. So I'll be okay. So we all know what is security. So we are giving extra protection to the data or the user who's logging in or the application information. That is what we call it as security. So starting from data, just move. Okay. So starting from data encryption. So we know data encryption is nothing but, so in our application we might have some information that is very secure, like some client information or some user information. If we are talking about bank application, in bank application the CSSN, credit card number, account number, they all are very secured information. So what we will do, we will encrypt this information in the Pega so that the data will not be hacked by some other people, I mean some other users, or the hackers by hackers. So that is why we have this data encryption. And what else we are doing in security? Authentication. Everyone knows what is authentication. So whenever we are trying to log in, so based on our the login credential like user ID and password, our information will be validated by application, and if it is the correct one, then we will be able to log in. That is what we call it as authentication. So in Pega we have like type of authentication, like the basic, only just based on our username and password we will be able to log in. And we know about SSO. It's nothing but like when we log in into one application, we don't need to re-log into other application if that application is provided by same application. So that is that we will know about. That also we'll be talking in the future class. So like this is how we do the authentication. So this is going to be very basic class, so I'm not going to talk much about this. In future I'll be covering this. So this is login credential validation, and we know the authorization. Authorization is nothing but after our user credentials are entered, like once I'm logging in, so once I enter my username and password, once I log in, what information I can see as a user. So I'm logging in as a developer. So as a developer, I will be able to see the Dev Studio and some testing. I mean the test portals which I'll be able to test. So those informations will be added to me. And if I'm logging in as a end user, so I will be able to see only end user portal, so I should not see the developer portal. And likely if I'm able to if I'm trying to log in as a manager, then I should be able to see only the manager portal. I should not see the user portal, end user portal, or the developer portal. So that access we are controlling in authorization. So once we log in, so how we are doing this control, that we will be seeing in authorization. It's kind of the access control. We are giving the control to the access. So in this we have three types: role based access control. So based on our role we can do the access control, and the attribute based access control, and client based access control. So in future class I will be explaining this in detail. And the next one is auditing. Auditing is nothing but, so whatever actions we are doing in our application, everything will be audited. You can see in your case studio whether it is a parent case or child case. We just do the auditing to in order to store those information in the table, so that in future at any risk we can go back and we can check those details. So if this is to avoid the potential risk which is happening to your application. So like this includes if there is some failed logins, or if there is a change to password, if they are making the password change, and if you are making any changes to rules, data, everything will be monitored here. So that is what we call it as auditing. So this is the very basic. So from here we are starting with role based access control. So this name itself says, so based on role we are going to control it. Okay, so now we'll go back to our application. So I'll explain how we can create access group, and how we can add role to the access group, and how we can add the object to that role, and what is privilege and what is access win. So first we'll talk about access group. Where exactly the access group is used. Okay, so I go back here. Okay, so this is my application. So now what I will do, I'll just try to log off and I'll try to log in again. Okay, so this is my user ID. I'm going to log off. Now I'm seeing only the login screen. Here I'm entering my username and password. So based on my username and password, if I click on a login, if I'm able to log in successfully, means I'm a valid user. So that is what we call it as a authentication. So now I'm logging in. Yeah, I'm able to log in successfully. Now the authentication is passed. I'll just switch back to Dev Studio. Yeah. So now I have logged in successfully. Once I log in, so why I'm seeing the Dev Studio? Because that is that access is provided based on my operator. So now I go and open my operator. Here we see, so I have a default access to booking.authors. And one more thing you can see, I can have an access to n number of application at the same time. You see, I have access to COE, FSG, author. So all this application, we call it as like application. So you see the right side in the operator ID. Through operator ID only we are giving an access to users. So here only we will define so what type of access we are giving to the person. So you see, for the booking application I am giving access as author. Author is nothing but administrator, that I have all the access. If we go here, if I try to remove this, so in booking we do have authorization, authors, background, even manager. We have couple of other access as well. So everything is like one kind of an application. So if I want to give access to end user, then I'll be going with this booking users. Then when that user is trying to log in, he will be able to see only the user portal. So this is our developer portal. So here you will know like one user can have an access to multiple application, but at a time he will be able to access only one application at a time. So that is why one is defaulted. So how if I want to go to the different application which is added for me, how we can go? There is an option here. So when you click on application, currently I'm at booking. So if you want to switch application, you can just go here, switch to, if now I'm trying to switch to FSG author. So you see, now the application is FSG. So now I'll go to Dev Studio. Now this application is switched to FSG. So this is how we switch from one application to other application. Fine. So now later, yeah, so this is how we give an application access to user. So now the application has been given, I mean the application access has been given. Now I open this application, I mean the access group. You can see what all are the informations we can configure on the access group. So by just adding access group, how I'm able to see my application, how I'm able to see the portals. You see here FSG admin portal, how this dev studio is getting launched, and how it is decided that I have only the dev access or user access, how we are controlling that. So this initial level of control we are doing in access group only. You go down, you see what application I have an access to. You see here And what is the portal I have access to? You see, developer portal, prediction studio, admin studio, app studio, user portal. So all these portals I have access. That is what I'm able to see. So you see the end user portal, and just scroll down now. Okay, I'll just switch to FSG now. I mean, sorry, the booking, because we are referring to booking access group, right? I'm just switching. Yeah, you see, that is where I have an access to user portal. And what else we are configuring here? Available roles. So I'm admin here because I'm author. So what all are the roles we are providing? Because we have already seen here we are controlling this. The first topic we are seeing is like role based access control. That is based on the role I'm providing here. Based on that only I'm getting an access. So I have an access to sysadmin 4 means I have admin access. So if we are giving access to end user, for example, if I go select here booking user, I just open this, and you can see this person is having booking user role. So he will be having the user role. So he will be provided access with only the user roles related items. So I'm an admin, so I have an access to all the admin items. So this is how we are controlling the roles. This is how we are controlling an application based on the role based access. Fine. Now this is over. This is how we uh, control initial level controlling we are doing. So now I'll go to security. Here we see access group. Yeah, so this topic we have covered. So if I want to create new access group, how we can do? You just go create. So what is the access group you want? So I want to create. So for booking we are going to create. Author we already have, so I'm going to create as test. So you always should remember this is our application name. And second one is kind of group: users, managers, authors. You can go and check here everything. You can see users group, authors group, managers group, sales group, something like this only it will be. So I'm just going to create role called mm, IT admins. So this is how we create new access group. So okay, I have created. Now I'm going to give access for booking application. So version is going to be 0101. And what portal access I'm going to give. So I can check here user portal. If I want to have new portal, we can add it. Now this is just I'm covering a access group topic, right? So I'm just going to take whatever portal which is available. And the role is an important one here. So we see here all the roles we see, and this is kind of admin role. So here you see, if I want to take this admin role, we can take. Otherwise, if I want to create new role, so how we will create, that is what we are going to see here. So now the access group creation is over. This is how we create the access group. So you see, by enabling this will be the always this will be defaulted to this portal. Okay, now I go down. So now I want to create access role. How I can create? One thing is like you can just enter here, and this is going to be admin ID. You just click this icon, and you can just click, create like this. Now I have created the access role. This is one type of creating. Okay, if I want to create through fine. I just deleted it. Okay, now I wanted to create from here access role name. So just click here, and this is the access role I'm going to create. Just do save. That's it. Now the access role is ready. You just do save. Fine. Is not valid entry for use by this rule. Booking. Okay, I created with a different name. That is why it is not allowing. I just need to copy this and go here. If I paste like this, it will accept. Fine. But it should be always something like this only. IT admin. The naming should be proper. Fine. So since this also I've created, okay, IT admin I didn't create. So I'll just show you how we can create from access rule. I'll go here, provide booking IT admin, and identifier should be booking IT admin. This is going to be my IT admin. Yeah. So create and open. Now this is ready. Now I go back and do save. Yeah. Now this is ready. Now how we are going to have, how we are going to add access to this IT admin. So you see now this is empty. This role is empty. Now how we can control the access through this access role. That is what we are going to see here. So now access group creation is over. So we know how to create access group, and we know how to create access role. Now we are going to see how to give access this object to this access role. How we are going to add the object here. That is what we are going to see. Now for that, go we have two way. We can directly add from here. I'll show both. Okay, we will try to add the object from here. Just do checkout. Now I want to give access to my booking class. So you go here and okay. Mm, Studio. Okay, this is going to be my work object class, right? So I'm just going to give access to my work object. So this is the class, and this class I'm going to this is IT admin. So I'm going to give full access to till the production environment. You have to know this first before giving access. So here we have 5 up to 5 level. 5 is the topest access we are giving. That is, we are providing read access. That is read instance of this class. Instance of this class we are for instance of this class we are giving access. You see here enter 1 to 5 to provide the access. 0 to prohibit all the access means when I enter it this value was 0 or none, so no access will be provided. So till production environment we won't be having any access. So if I want to give full access, we will enter as 5. 5 is whenever user with this access group is trying to access the instances of this work object, he will be able to access, that is read access. He will be able to read that instance till production environment. If I want to control till UAT, then it will be 4. And QA, test, development, this is how we control. I can show you the actual. So now I'm just going to give full access because This is work object work object class. For sure, we will be having full access. This is how we provide access. So you just can see like read instance of this class, write instance of this class, delete instance of this class, read rules, write rules, delete rules, execute reports, execute activities. So I'm giving everything, all the access I'm giving. Just do save. Now you see this got added here. Just save it. This is one way of adding. So I'm going to show the other way how we can add. Just go here, access of role to object. Just click here. So now which class I'm going to give? So I already give for okay. I give for this work object class, right? Now I'm going to give for this request class. Okay, request we already have. What else we have? Event pricing. Okay, we don't have for venue. So I'll just work email. Okay. For example, now I'm going to take this class. So I'm going to create for this class. What is the role name? So what is the role we are added? It is booking admin IT. This is the it is IT admin. This is the role we created, and this is the class we are going to provide access. This is non-version role. So this won't be having any version. We have to consider this as a data instance when we are moving to production. Fine. So now I'm creating the other access role to object. You see here the level I mentioned. 0 is to not grant access, and 1 is for experimental, 2 is for development, 3 is for testing, 4 is for pre-prod, 5 is for prod. So based on our level, we have to provide the access. Now for this class, I'm going to provide only open access, modify access, no delete access, and run report, execute activity, open rules. So modify rules, delete rules I'm not giving. So just do save usage and this store mandatory. I'm just providing test and text. Just do save. Yeah. So now this is created. Now if we go here and do refresh, yeah, our new classes added with the access we have provided. This is how we add access rule to the object. Fine. Now this is done. Next topic we are going to see is privilege. What is privilege? Okay, I'll just open the existing one. Here we do have an option to add the privilege. Okay, so now I'll just take some privilege from here. Action, check-in, action. Okay, so now I'm giving access to all flow actions. So if I provide this as 5, so this user, the who all are the user belongs to this access group or this access role will be able to access all the flows till production without any issues. Now if I go and do save here, save here, so you see here the privilege added. So this user uses what are belongs to this group, and they will be able to add all flow actions for they will be able to access all flow actions for this class. this is how we had privilege. Fine. So now this privilege where and all we can add. So this is one way of creating, and we do have, go to records. Here we have privilege. I'll just create from here. So this privilege I'm creating for booking IT admin. Okay, for which class I'm going to create. So I'll just take some new class. I wanna add privilege for vehicle parking. So I go here, applies to this class. Let's create and open. Now I see there is no privilege listed here. I mean, we, because we didn't had this privilege, we have this privilege rule, but we never used it anywhere in our application. So this is kind of the linking we have in between access. We have a linking, right? Access role to access role to object. That is how, again, this linking we have in between access role of object and the privilege. So now if I go and add this in any access role of object, I go here and I'm going to add this and file. Let's do save. Does not exist or not visible. Okay. Okay, this is for the different class. Which class I have added? Okay, mine is for this class. So I'm able to access only for this class. Access role to object for this class. Okay, we don't have any. So I'm just going to create a new. And this is my class. So I'm going to add for booking IT admin. So this role I'm adding this class, and here I'm going to provide this privilege whatever I have created till production level. Now when I do save, so this has been saved. Now you go back to your privilege rule and just do refresh. Vehicle parking, access role to object we created, booking IT admin. This one, booking IT admin. Access role name. Okay, this ID is just go and open this privilege. Access role name, booking IT admin. Just do refresh. Okay, yeah, I do see that one more class is added, vehicle parking, and booking admin IT admin I had it. Even that got reflected here. So this is how we had the privilege. So